So you want to reset a tagger. For this, you'll need your taggers and you'll also want a controller. That way you can set a lot of different taggers all at once. So to begin, you'll want to turn on your tagger. So you have your key, turn it on and let that boot up. Next, you'll want to turn on your controller. You may find that your controller is locked. Okay. To begin with this explanation, I am going to explain a little bit about the different controller settings. So this IR commands, you can see, is indicative that this is a full controller. There are two other types of controllers that you might see, which is a simple controller and a basic controller. The full controller has a series of main menus and then sub-menus,
common setting, monitor device, control
as you can see here.
Play freight testing, rare setting, game adjust, infrared commands.
The simple controller and the basic controller have only one list and there are no sub-menus. Each controller will have a theme that has been assigned to it. So there are many different themes within SATR, and there are two that I'm going to talk about today, which is Battlefield Tag and Battlefield Royale. So how do you change the theme if your controller is set to the wrong theme? Well, to begin with, you'll want to put the key in position, turn it off, hold down both little buttons, and turn it on, and that will unlock it. Well, you get a little menu, and then you click the red button to unlock it. Now it's going to be unlocked. This controller is set to the Battlefield Royale theme. Now to change it over to the Battlefield Tag theme, we click the black button.
Battlefield Royale theme.
Then we go through the options.
Battlefield Tag genre.
So we get to Battlefield Tag.
Reset. Master controller.
So you can see this is a full controller. We're going to stay on that. Alright, and then go into the controller itself by pulling the trigger.
Infrared commands.
And we're back to infrared commands.
Change operations of target devices.
Scroll through until you get to
Common settings.
Update
Main menu.
And pull the trigger. You'll see that it has main menu. If you want to return to the main menu, pull the trigger again, but we're going through the options here.
Set team.
And you can stop scrolling once you get to reset. Battlefield Tag theme has multiple resets, and today we're going to use our standard one, which is the commando options. So pull the trigger, and we've got Tagger. That's for the pew pew sound effect when the players shoot, and we'll scroll through until we get to commando. So we've got commando here. So any means it's not set to a team. There's the blue team, the purple team, the red team, and so on. I have a red tagger here, so I want to set the player to commando red. Pull the trigger. It says change to this option. So here's my red tagger. I take my controller, ready to change it, pull the trigger while pointing at the sensor, and you notice that it lights up. That indicates that it has received the message and it is now resetting. Because it was set to a red tagger initially, the light is on, was on before, and it is still on now. But depending on your reset, that light might turn off or turn on. The display now shows that it is commando with 5 out of 5 health points. And if I pull the trigger, it makes the commando sound effect. Let's now talk about the options in Battlefield Royale instead. So the process is exactly the same. Going to common settings, and then go to reset. In Battlefield Royale, our most common reset that we use is gun any, or gun blue, and so on for the different team colors. So we might want to reset this tagger to gun red instead of commando. Doing the same process, it lights up again to indicate that it is making that reset, and eventually that light will turn off because in the gun any reset or the gun red reset, the lights are off until the player dies. Here is what the screen looks like with the gun any reset. And if I pull the trigger, it makes that noise. That is how you reset your taggers with the Battlefield Sports SATR technology.